Yep, it started.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, how are you recording it? Sorry.
NVIDIA has a recording feature. You can like record your desktop.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry. Alright.
Hello, all. My name is Niseba. Today, I will be your host on our show. Our episode today is about Behind the Look, Finding the Fit. We will be diving into the human resource management function of in the fashion industry. Who here is interested to see how HR and fashion connect? Okay, I see a few hands going up. Yeah. One part of the HR function in fashion organizations includes recruiting. But what does a recruiter specifically do? Well, recruiters plan. When they recruit, they should think about how the employees they hire will affect the company long term. Workforce planning is the foundation of strategic staffing because it identifies and addresses future challenges to a firm's ability to get the right talent in the right place at the right time to execute its business strategy. We must know what competitors are doing and try to do it better. Today we have with us two guests from within the organization. We have Zema and Shekinah, and two guests from outside. We have Brendan and Fiona with us today. So first, I'm gonna ask Zema what her thoughts are from inside the company.
Thank you for having me. Hi, I'm Zayma. I work at Finding the Fit in the Employee Engagement and Retention Department. We focus mostly on initiatives, diversity, equity, and inclusion, social media, and communication. As the world is evolving in the tech industry, we believe it's really important to stay up to date with our social media platforms. Also, we always want to be a company where our employees and viewers feel welcome and included. In the last year, our department created an initiative to help models struggling with eating disorders. As you know, as some of you might know, around 40% of models have trouble eating. So in this program, we provided our employees with mental health resources, life coaches, and our personal support to ensure they were all safe, happy, and healthy.
What are some results from your initiative?
That's a great question. So, we've gotten a lot of feedback from some of our employees who have used these resources, and they all mentioned how helpful it's been and how it's caused them to form a better relationship with food and just mental health in general.
Thank you, Zema, for sharing your insight. Diversity in a company, especially one like fashion, is so important these days. And as you mentioned, there are so many aspects of that too. Now, after hearing your perspective from inside the company, I'm curious to see what it's like from outside the company. Brendan, I know you work outside the company. What are your thoughts?
Hello. Thank you again for having me, Niseba, and good morning, everyone. I am Brendan Skinnell. I work for a company called Moda Mentor. They are a consulting managerial HR company. Fun stuff. Um, yeah, pretty much. I will be talking about leadership mostly, um, specifically with how leaders can help their designers be more creative because, as a fashion company, we need creative designers. We can't have them worrying about reaching a certain quota or selling this much stuff. They just need to be creative. Another thing is work life balance. As Zama was talking about people having eating disorders, up to 40% of people, that's not okay. Um, that has to go into their work life balance and not just eating, but having friendships and creating bonds is a big part of any company. Yeah, as well as cross department collaboration and then using data and KPIs to kind of boost sales and revenue. But that's just a gist for now.
So tell me about the leadership styles you teach. What has worked in the past for companies in terms of successful culture at a company?
Uh, yeah, so I don't just work with fashion companies, I work with companies all around the world. What I can say is, particular in creative industries like fashion, to piggyback on what I was saying, is allowing creative minds to be creative in their creative space. Um, this often includes the giving the designers support, so flexibility. Sometimes designers work better from home in their own office, so having them not come in could benefit them in the long run. That's just an example. But yeah, okay, that's it for that.
You don't want the designer to not worry about a quota yet. You mentioned using data is crucial.
Yeah, they do kind of counteract each other, but what I would say is if it depends department to department, right? So we're not going to have sales work at home and be more creative because we need them to actually hit the numbers. But designers need to design, so having that separate distinction is very important.
You mentioned collaboration between departments. How can different departments collaborate?
Yep. So the key word here will be branding alignment. I've heard, sure you've all heard that many times now. But whether it's design, marketing, product development, quality control, everybody's got to have the same mantra and be on the same page. Um, yeah, I mean, uh, that's why Gucci is so successful because they really harp on their designers having freedom and having salespeople and product development work on product development marketing. But yeah, that's all I'll say for now on that. Yeah.
Wow. Those are amazing and important points you brought up. Work-life balance is crucial to continue to be successful within your work. Now, let's hear someone from within the company again to see what her thoughts are. Fiona, what do you think?
Hi there, I'm Fiona, a member of the benefits and compensation team here at Finding the Fit. A sad fact within the modeling industry is that many of these people are not given necessary benefits like health insurance. This should not be considered innovative, but standard within the world of fashion. At our company, every model receives health insurance and a designated amount of paid time off in their contract. We ensure our models can perform to the best of their ability.
What do you think the majority of companies haven't provided healthcare for their models yet? Will they ever provide these benefits?
One day, companies may provide these basic benefits for all their employees. Right now, Finding the Fit is unique. These major companies haven't had a reason to provide paid leave or health insurance. Models are often considered to be independent contractors. In the eyes of the fashion industry, models are responsible for their own benefits.
Thank you, Fiona. Benefits for companies, even within the fashion industry, are extremely important. Finally, I'm going to ask our last guest, Shekinah, to share her thoughts.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shekinah. As someone from the training and development side, I can tell you that getting started in modeling is all about building confidence and skills. Start by practicing poses and expressions in front of a mirror to get comfortable in your own skin. If you can, join a modeling workshop to learn basics like posing and runway walking. These foundational skills are key for a successful modeling career. Networking is also crucial. Connect with experienced models or mentors who can guide you. And finally, create a portfolio with quality photos that show off your style. These simple steps can help lay a strong foundation for your modeling journey.
What's the best challenge for new models when they start training? And how can what's the biggest challenge? And how can they overcome the challenges?
No problem. So one of the biggest challenges new models face is confidence, especially when they're not used to being in front of a camera or on a runway. My advice is to start small, practice alone in front of a mirror, try different poses, practice your runway walk, and focus on learning what your best angles are. There are also workshops and classes that can help models gain confidence.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. That was really insightful. So what does the audience think is generally the most important skills for individuals to have to be hired into companies? Yeah. So those are all really great responses that you guys gave. I really like those. So what do my guest speakers think? What do you guys think is the most important skills for people to be hired into companies, generally to have?
Honestly, know the company, know what you're applying for, understand your strengths and your weaknesses, and come in confident. Even if you don't get the job, you still learn something from this experience.
That's very true. What did the rest of you think?
As Shekinah mentioned earlier, like confidence is a really big part of like jobs and like how your first impression too is like very big on how a company will see you. So I think being like strong and being very comfortable in your own skin will lead you to success, especially in the modeling industry.
That's very good. I guess it's like they say, fake it until you make it. And confidence is one of those things. Not everybody has it, but sometimes you do have to fake it. Do Brendan, Shekinah, do either of you have any thoughts?
I don't want to piggyback too much. Confidence and cohesion. So be confident and work with your employers, employees, and yeah, you should go far.
Yeah, the only thing I have to say is basically, yeah, fake it till you make it. Don't let anyone know that you're scared. Just keep going. Even if you're super nervous about like the interview or whatnot, just go in as if you know everything.
So, the next question I want to ask you guys is, are there any specific techniques that you guys use to recruit when you need jobs filled within your company? What do those look like? Because I know you guys have to find specific people to fill specific roles with specific skills.
So as in our department, we care a lot about like social media, and sometimes we will reach out to um specific people and we'll like DM them telling them that we're interested in working with them.
Very cool. I think it is important to use social media to your advantage nowadays, too. It is also a great way of networking.
Yes, I
Does
like
anyone?
yeah, I like creating competition through engagement. So maybe who can come out with like the newest design will win $100,000 because that always brings out the best in people, and that's where you can find top talent.
Fiona, Shekinah, you guys have any thoughts?
Um, I would say to recruit any specific techniques to recruit people for our department would most likely be, since we're training and development, we're mostly be with just finding models online. That's the best way to find them actually, to find them in their own true form. Find them online, contact them and see what they think about modeling.
So, would you find them for maybe posting job applications? Is that what you mean by finding them online?
Honestly, you could find models anywhere. It doesn't have to be just job applications. You could find them on an Instagram photo. We also do on-spot um, findings. So if we see someone in person that seems like they could be a good model, we go ahead and talk to them face to face and see.
Very cool.
In my experience, we've just used websites like LinkedIn, Indeed, ZipRecruiter, mostly just to find people who are actively looking for jobs and who seem qualified and competent individuals.
Those are all very interesting points that you guys brought up. I really think it's interesting to learn how different companies go about hiring people because it's not always the same. So I want to thank you all for coming to our talk show today, and I learned so much from you guys. I hope that us within our own companies are able to better ourselves based on what we learn from each other. And I hope the audience was able to learn more and figure out how they can improve their own companies. So, yeah, I just want to thank you all for coming today, and thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you
Thank
so
you for
much for
this
having me and inviting
Thank
me.
you
I had
so
such a
much.
good time. It was amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, good.